Hi, my name is Melinda Colettos. My husband Phil Griffin, together we're Professor Chef, and we teach you how to play with your food. So tonight's cooking demo is going to be, we're going to be making a Cavatelli, and we're going to finish that with a sweet a sweet sausage with roasted red peppers.
Ragu.
Right, yeah,
And
right,
Ragu sounds about that.
but not out of the jar.
No.
Okay. That's something else.
That's the best. All right, so we're going to do things a little bit different tonight. These pastas take about 8 minutes to make, so 8 minutes to cook. So we're going to make the pasta first, and then we'll back into making the dough. So I had made the dough, cut it into manageable pieces, start making a little bit of like a log. And then you take the log, and you're going to roll it out into about 1/8 of an inch diameter. Now if you notice my board, there's a lot of flour up on the top, but there's no flour down here on the bottom. The reason why I don't put any flour down on the bottom is because I need the friction to help roll this out. If I have too much flour, it rolls around like this crazy. Right, there's one piece down. Roll the other one out. When you're rolling it out, nice full rolls. Use your fingertips to help extend it out.
He's putting a lot of pressure on it. We may as well talk about this now. So we're making a dough that has semolina and flour in it. Semolina is a wheat. It's a durum wheat. It's yellow, light yellow in color. A lot of people think it's cornmeal, but it's not. So we're going to mix all-purpose flour with this. Because of that, the pasta has a very rough texture. And that's what I'm used to because that's what I grew up with. My grandparents making.
You done? Semolina.
With the semolina.
Right. So now we're going to make it. I cut them about, roll them out about 1/8 of an inch, cut them in about 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to put some flour on the gnocchi board.
So they're very small because what is going to happen is these expand greatly when you cook them. This board is probably, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Italy. There's several, it's a grocery store. It's an Italian experience. They've got restaurants in there and all sorts of Italian goods. There's one in Boston. This is probably the cheapest thing you can get there is this gnocchi board. I think it was $5.
Yeah.
They are also available on Amazon. So he's doing it like this, but...
You can do it like this. And I am doing it at an angle, but my wife is not paying attention.
I did pay attention.
Yeah.
So if you roll it and you put a lot of pressure on it, you see that shape. Okay, I like the fancy pants ones with the ridges. I feel that the ridges give it more of a chance to absorb, to attach the sauce because we don't, you want the sauce to stick to your pasta.
Another item that you can make with these, if you want to, is take your thumb and twist it and make orecchiette.
So 2 simple pastas. Your kids can help you with this. Kind of fun. It'll take up a lot of time with the kids doing this. Well,
you can freeze this just like we talked about freezing the gnocchi.
Which is on a cookie tray. Separate it out. Put it in the freezer for about 10 or 15 minutes. Then put it in a bag because if you put them all in a bag before they're frozen, you'll have one big pasta ball.
All right, there's our dough.
Sarah, I know this is going to probably make you shake a little bit, but I want you to come over and I want you to look at the pasta pot that
we showed them this the other day when we did gnocchi, yeah.
Better. All right.
All right.
Where are we going next?
All right, so now we're going to get the sauce going, and then I'll show you how to make the dough. So in the sauce pan here, I started off with some sweet sausage, took it out of the casing, letting it brown up, and add a little bit more oil, 1 part, 2 part.
Always 2 parts olive oil to 1 part canola.
We'll let that heat up a little bit more, and then we're going to add in some onion.
Onion is not in the recipe that you have posted. He wants me to add this, so I got to add it tonight to our main.
I like onion.
I know. Calm down. It's okay.
All right, now it's time to make the dough as this is cooking away. So it's 1 pot semolina, 1 pot flour, some water. I might have put it in a little bit too much water.
Well, we can fix that. Semolina, you can find Bob's Red Mill has a semolina. I've seen it at Job Lot. I've seen it at, what are you looking for?
I have some flour here. Extra flour. What did you do with it?
I didn't do it. I didn't touch anything.
This is wrong.
All right, don't worry about
See,
it.
that's why I was taking the flour from the wrong piece.
Yep. So we have found semolina at Whole Foods, and Job Lot has it, and they're both Bob's Red Mill. Actually, I think I've seen it at Shaw's as well. When I was a kid, my grandmother would take semolina, mix it with a little milk, and heat it on the stove, and she would call it farina, but it's really cream of wheat. So if you just add water and you can put cinnamon, sugar, raisins in it, it's instant cream of wheat.
You want to keep on kneading this dough until it's nice and smooth.
And then we always let it sit for about 20 minutes before we make the pasta. And the reason is because it's going to give it a chance for the water to get into all the semolina. Enough. Okay, I'll let you finish.
All right, so we haven't touched it. Onions getting nice and caramelized. Sausage is feeling really good, nice brown color to it.
So because he hasn't touched it, that's how you get the caramelization. I think a lot of home cooks always like to stir and stir. Don't, let it sit.
We've been saying this over and over again. If you look at the bottom of the pan, there's a little bit of bits and bobs on the bottom of it. That's our fawns. Then you're going to add a little bit of red wine to loosen that up. Whatever red wine you like to drink, this is our homemade red wine. Give that a good scrape.
Smells really good.
As you look at the bottom of that pan, there's not much left in the bottom of the pan. Okay, going to add in our tomato. And the salt and pepper. Get that all mixed in together. Is almost done?
Yep.
Alright, let that come to a boil. Gonna add the roasted red peppers. These are homemade roasted red peppers. And there's a little bit of juice in there also. That's what we want. When you roast your own red peppers, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take and put them on your burner. If you have a gas stove, and you're gonna brown or make sure they blacken the outside of them. If you do not have a gas stove, you're gonna cut them in half. Stick them in the broiler until they're nice and black.
Yep.
Stick them in a plastic bag.
Okay.
Plastic bag is better than paper.
Right.
Because plastic is going to keep in the steam. It's going to help loosen up those skins. And it creates all that nice little red pepper juice.
Yep.
Okay. Then when they're cooled down, you can peel them, run them under cold water, and they're good to go. Okay, that's almost ready.
Who's gonna taste it?
That's it. A little bit of salt and pepper.
So I don't know if we can get a tight shot of this. You see how much they grew? They just swell up. They're delicious. I love these things. Love them.
Gotta taste it. Using the pepper.
That's salt.
Salt.
I didn't go to culinary school, but I'm pretty sure that's salt.
All right.
Just gotta keep
Needs
you
a
in
little bit more
line.
salt.
Oh, Madonna, you make such a mess.
All right, you ready?
Yep, let's go. Cavatelli in the sauce. I think I got a little bit. I got a lot more actually. This is an important step. I still got more. There you go. Now I'm done. Always cook your pasta in the sauce after you cook it in the water. This gives a chance for the pasta to absorb the flavors of the sauce. All right?
All right. Time to plate up.
You ready to plate? Okay, let's see what we got here. One for you, one for me.
Oh my god.
It's a robber.
That scared me. Oh my god.
I wanted to do the Mario Hilario thing that he did to Terranova on April
Yeah, but it's
Fool's
already
Day.
done. You got to be original.
And he tasted it, and he was like, "Oh, this is terrible."
I don't think it's ever happened.
Yeah, it was a beautiful moment.
All right.
All right, you gonna taste? You proud of yourself? You proud of yourself?
You'll be good.
All right. So tomorrow we're gonna be what?
The yeast.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, so we're going to talk about yeast again. This is day 3. And if you want to look down in there, we already have yeast. Okay, it's starting
It's time to work.
It's starting to foam and bubble, and it's starting to rise out of the jar. We're going to stir this, and we're going to let it sit till... he wanted to go tomorrow. I want to go till at least Friday to make a bread.
We'll make a bread Friday, and you guys get to see the bread on Monday.
Whatever. Maybe let it go longer, but yeah. So,
Yeah, so Sarah, come over here. So you can see how gooey that is, and I don't know if you can catch it, but there's little bubbles in there. That is definitely working really good, and that will start smelling like beer in a second.
leave it in there because I'm going to finish it later. And this is not bad. This is what we want to happen.
Yeah.
It's supposed to look exactly like this, but ours may be a little farther along than yours because we have the rye flour. So if
And,
you just did all-purpose, you probably not.
We get a lot of weird stuff here. Yeah, this weekend we
bottled
750 bottles of wine,
and mead.
wine, champagne.
Yeah.
Yeah, you name it.
So-
You're doing it.
All right, so tomorrow night, creme brulee. I'm telling you, you're going to want to watch this. It's so flipping
And then it's going to be less. It's probably going to be a 5-minute class.
Maybe.
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 It's that easy.
Yeah. All right, see you tomorrow.
See ya.